Here's your wrestling news for September 29th, 2021. And your headlines for today include several NXT superstars getting called up for 2021 WWE Draft. WWE lied to Fox in the past about draft plans. Why Randy Orton missed WWE Raw revealed. Edge vs. Seth Rollins 3 likely set for Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. Backstage news on WWE wanting to change Adam Cole's look. WWE opens up about placing city name on banned words list. WWE announces Eva Marie injury update from Raw. Brodie Lee documentary premiering tonight in Rochester. Tony Khan announces AEW Dynamite will be dedicated to the memory of Brodie Lee. Kiera Hogan signs contract with AEW, and more. We are kicking off today with the upcoming draft, as both Raw and SmackDown will change dramatically in the coming week, but it won't just be the main roster that gets affected. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer reported that many people from NXT 2.0 are set to be called up as part of the 2021 draft, saying the colorful brand will be, quote, a significant part of it. It's strange that NXT 2.0 is about to get its roster cut, given that they only just debuted a bunch of new names as part of the revamp. Braun Breaker and others are likely to stay in NXT as they're seen as the future of the brand, but like almost all plans for this year's draft, anything and everything could change between now and this Friday's SmackDown. WWE famously doesn't tell the superstars where they'll be heading, as they like to get an organic reaction that makes for great TV, but WWE can't exactly keep their TV network partners in the dark as well. After all, Fox and the USA Network have paid a lot for WWE programming, and on his show, Dave Meltzer noted that both networks are being told things that are kept hidden from the talent. I was told today that USA and Fox do know a few things like the key guys. The key guys are decided, nothing else is decided. Everything can change. WWE wants to shake up the rosters to provide new matches and stories, but also keep both network partners happy at the same time, as time will tell if WWE can achieve this delicate balancing act this Friday and on next week's Raw. WWE's programming partners may know which top stars will be on which shows, but like Meltzer said, everything can change between now and Friday. Vince McMahon and changing plans go hand in hand at this point, and even Fox and the USA Network aren't safe from the chairman of the board. During Wrestling Observer Live, Brian Alvarez recalled the 2019 draft, which took place mere days after SmackDown moved to Fox, and how the network had been promised certain superstars for the Blue brand. He said, "They actually aired Fox commercials with certain superstars. I believe Charlotte might have been one of them, I forget the others, but the point is that Fox were sure that they were getting certain talents because they were told by WWE that they were getting them. Then Vince changed the plan and they did the draft and they didn't give it to them." Instead of SmackDown, Charlotte was drafted to Raw in the 2019 shakeup and has stayed on the Red Show ever since. The only way to know for certain who's going where is to watch the draft this Friday and next Monday, but with reports that WWE's relationship with Fox is already strained, the company would be foolish to deceive their network partners again. On this week's Raw, AJ Styles had another incredible match with Riddle, and after being beaten, the original Bro was given a post-match attack by Omos. Randy Orton didn't make the save for his Raw tag team partner, nor did he appear at all during the 3-hour show, in what's becoming a strange trend for the Viper. It turns out that RK Bro were meant to compete at a house show this past weekend, but despite being advertised, Orton didn't make that event either. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer addressed the Raw Tag Team Champions' absences, saying there's something up with the Legend Killer. It's been reported that Orton had a personal family matter to attend to, which explains why he hasn't been around for the past few days. Orton missed the house show, wasn't at Extreme Rules, and was missing from Raw too, and whatever the family matter is keeping the Viper away, we hope it isn't anything too serious. SmackDown news now, as this Friday won't just be the first night of the 2021 draft, but it will also see the return of Edge in his first appearance since being curb-stomped by Seth Rollins. Rollins and Edge have one win each in their feud, and fans won't be waiting long to see the rubber match between the two former WWE World Champions. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer revealed that the plan is for Edge Rollins 3 to take place at Crown Jewel in what will be another high-profile match on the card. So far, the only match confirmed is the Universal title match between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, but Goldberg vs. Bobby Lashley is also expected to be on the show. After a year and a half away, WWE is doing all they can to keep their Saudi Arabian interests happy, and that means having the huge rubber match between Rollins and Edge next month at Crown Jewel. WWE Champion Big E is also expected to compete at Crown Jewel and will no doubt get a huge pop from the Saudi audience as fans are digging his world title reign so far. Big E had 2 title matches on this week's Raw, as his first match with Bobby Lashley ended in a no contest before the champ retained later on in a steel cage match. With his program with the Almighty seemingly done, Big E is looking for a new challenger, and we may be in store for some phenomenal matches if the champion gets his way. Speaking to Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated, Big E said he loved the idea of feuding with AJ Styles next and praised the Phenomenal One as one of the best of this generation, even before he came to WWE. Styles last held the WWE Championship in November 2018 and has been feuding in the tag team division for the past year, but if his and Omos's storyline with RK Bro wraps up soon, AJ may soon be getting a shot at becoming a 3-time WWE champion. Earlier this month, Adam Cole debuted for AEW mere days before he left WWE following his short-term contract expiring. One proposed plan for Cole was that his main roster call-up would be as the manager of Keith Lee, but siding with the man who ended his NXT title reign wasn't all WWE had in store. It's been previously reported that WWE wanted to change his name as they didn't want fans to connect him to Michael Cole, and according to Fightful, the company also wanted to cut Cole's hair short as part of his main roster transformation. The Undisputed Era alum made it clear that his hair was off the table, and by the time the final ideas came to Cole, a new look wasn't mentioned as part of WWE's plan. Sources in WWE have praised Cole for being transparent about what he liked and didn't like about the main roster plans for him, which he ultimately rejected in favor of AEW. Now, Cole can be seen on Dynamite and Rampage, and fans will get to see him and his long hair intact when he faces Jungle Boy on tonight's Dynamite. Last week, WWE's Raw rolled through Raleigh, North Carolina, but there was no mention of the city by name during the 3-hour broadcast. Not long after the show, it was reported that Raleigh is on the list of banned words that on-screen talent can't mention because WWE believes the city isn't a prestigious name to feature on TV. As you'd expect, fans in the North Carolina state capitol weren't happy about this, but when a newspaper in Raleigh tried to do a story about WWE's ban, they received a surprising response from WWE. As Dave Meltzer explained on his show, they call up WWE and ask, "Is it true that you told the announcers that they aren't allowed to use the word Raleigh?" They're like, "It's not true." They were on for 3 hours and never said it once, and they mentioned the name of the city they're in multiple times in every show. Common sense, yes, they were not allowed to use the word Raleigh. Meltzer added that even during Big E's entrance, the WWE champion didn't reference Raleigh by name, and that the area was called North Carolina State throughout the show. Meltzer isn't buying WWE's claim for 1 second and insists that the name is banned. But whatever the case, we'll have to hear how WWE describes the cities they're in from now on. One person who gets booed no matter where the show goes is Eva Marie, who appeared on this week's Raw, a decision she'd quickly regret when she became the latest victim of Shayna Baszler. Attacked by the Queen of Spades, WWE has given an update on the former Total Divas star, saying that Marie is being treated for a possible dislocated shoulder. There's no word on when she or Nia Jax, who Baszler attacked last week, will return to the ring, but the Queen of Spades is ripping through the Raw Women's division, superstar by superstar. Last December, Brodie Lee sadly passed, and the wrestling world has been mourning his loss ever since. WWE fans chanted Brodie's name during Big E's WWE title celebration, and AEW have gone to great lengths to take care of the Exalted One's family. Brodie Lee was a beloved person in wrestling, and this week, WrestleVision released a 3-hour documentary about his life and career. The doc premiered in Brodie's hometown of Rochester, New York at the Movies 10 Theater on West Henrietta Road. Both CM Punk and Bryan Danielson have said AEW's treatment of the Brodie Lee situation helped convince them to join the company, as the Exalted One's memory lives on for countless fans and colleagues. Brodie Lee meant a lot to those who work in AEW as well as the entire wrestling world, and it's a shame that he can't be at tonight's Dynamite in his hometown of Rochester, New York. On Twitter, Tony Khan has said that tonight's Dynamite will be dedicated to the memory of the former TNT champion in what is a fitting tribute to a man who meant so much to so many people. And we're ending today with Kiera Hogan, who has become the newest member of the AEW roster. During AEW Dark this week, Excalibur revealed that Hogan has signed a deal with AEW, and the former Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champion will fit right in with the AEW locker room. When Ringside News asked their sources, they said that Hogan is well liked in the AEW locker room, and given her relationship with AEW's Diamante, it took her no time to get adjusted. Hogan had been appearing for AEW on a per-appearance deal, but now that she's officially All Elite, we'll be seeing plenty more of her in the company. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.